Buying your first home can be confusing, expensive, and terrifying, but is also normally one of the most exciting things you will ever do. I'm Tim Clark from Harris & Clark Chartered Surveyors, and I have some top tips to help keep the excitement flowing and keep the terror at bay. Buying a property isn't the same as going to the supermarket and buying a bag of potatoes, or even going to a car dealership for that car you've always dreamt of. Firstly, property law is a technical, legal area, and there can be issues with the property title, service charges, easements, and other liabilities that, without proper legal due diligence, could affect your future enjoyment of the land or even ability to stay in possession of the land or property. This means that your solicitor and surveyor need to work together to make sure that not only will the property you are buying be trouble-free, but that it will also remain a sellable asset when you come to move on. Then there's the mortgage company, who will have their own set of rules. Each mortgage company's rules are slightly different, but they will all want to know that the property is worth what they are lending, and usually a little bit more, before they will lend you the money. The property itself can be an issue. In England, many buyers don't know if the property they are buying is 10 years old, 50 years old, or even over 100 years old. You can imagine the problems that will be present in anything so old, and your surveyor will help you navigate any issues with the property you have fallen in love with. The poor estate agent gets a lot of flack too. If you're in a chain of sales, each depending on the successful completion of all the other sales in the chain, the estate agent could be coordinating 2, 5, or perhaps even 10 or more sales, each involving their own solicitors, surveyors, mortgage advisors, mortgage companies, and other estate agents. It's easy to see how that can get very complicated. When buying a property, you need the best advisors around you. Try not to think of these advisor relationships as just between you and the advisor. You really want everyone involved in your purchase to work as a team. Selecting this team can be tricky. By definition, as a first-time buyer, this is something you won't have done before. The other really significant input you can have, which will make the transaction run as smoothly as possible, is to ensure that you give all the parties the information they require in a timely manner. If you're a busy person, you might need to build time into your diary to do this, as people will need a lot of information from you. Your advisors don't know you like you do, so it is your job to provide information and instructions. You'll want to build a team that's able to communicate and work well with one another, and that keeps you updated at every stage. Often, the estate agent you are buying through will want you to use their solicitor, their surveyor, and their mortgage advisor. While the agent's advisors might be fine, you should consider why the agent is recommending them. Is the estate agent getting referral fees, or are they passing you to genuinely the best advisors who will make the transaction flow? In many instances, these advisors will pay the estate agent for clients the agent introduces. Of course, you will be paying extra to cover this fee. I find that a good rule of thumb is that if somebody has to pay for business introductions, they often aren't the best person for the job. Word of mouth referrals are a great way to find the best advisors. Talk to people you trust, like family and friends who have recently bought property. Who did they use and would they recommend them? Otherwise, you can do your own research by looking at Google and Trustpilot reviews. If you really get on well with and trust your mortgage advisor or solicitor, why not ask them for recommendations? Most professionals are well networked and understand that the best advisor for one person might be different to another. In terms of cash out, good advisors often won't be the lowest priced. However, while money is normally tight when buying your first home, paying for the right advisors can really pay dividends down the line. Although a local solicitor can be more expensive than an online portal solicitor, would you rather a communicative, reassuring and friendly face or voice, or would you prefer only to be able to speak with your legal team on an online messaging portal? If there are any issues with the buying chain, your friendly solicitor is likely to be able to hold the purchase together better than a faceless legal team that view your purchase as just a sales figure to them. You don't want to have to pay everyone's fees twice if the sale falls apart. Do you want to speak to your mortgage advisor that will get you a mortgage that's easy for them? Or do you want to be sure that they've considered all of your circumstances and future plans and really, they've got you the best deal. This can cost you thousands of pounds in the long run if you end up on the wrong mortgage. Is a few £100 saved on a broker's fee going to make you feel better if you have to pay a couple of grand more over the course of the mortgage because you used a free broker? It's tempting to go with the lowest price surveyor. If you are tempted to do this, you should ask yourself why they are cheaper. Is the surveyor less experienced and more likely to miss things? Are you just a sales figure in the survey machine that churns low quality surveys and doesn't care about you? Wouldn't you prefer an experienced, fully qualified surveyor you can speak to on the phone if there's anything you didn't quite understand in your report, and can help you renegotiate the asking price if necessary, often saving you more than the cost of your survey report? At Harrison Clark, we will continue to assist you with your home survey until you are satisfied that you are able to make a purchase decision and won't abandon you as soon as the survey goes out the door. We can absolutely help you to build a team of advisors. Our surveyors are well networked and know a small army of mortgage advisors and solicitors. We never take referral fees as our business relies on working with fantastic external advisors and offering a great service and expertise ourselves. If you don't know where to start, call us on 02381 550051. We will be happy to discuss your requirements and can help you build the dream team to make your first house purchase exciting, not terrifying.
If you like this content, give us a thumbs up and subscribe.